Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Phil DeVasso, and I'm here today at Hosmer Chiropractic Health. We're going to talk a little bit today about laptop ergonomics. It's a problem that many patients come in and they're talking to us about upper back and neck pain, wrist pain, and when we get down to it, we find out that they're using a laptop as their desktop computer. We thought we'd put together a little video just to show you what you can do and some habits that you could form that might help alleviate some of that pain. So let's talk a little bit about the laptop in general. One thing is the screen's a lot smaller than a desktop computer. It's going to cause you to lean in further, flex your neck and back further forward, and it's going to cause a little bit of eye strain. The next problem, look at the size of this keyboard. It's really compact. When I'm typing, if I'm doing a lot of typing, my shoulders are shrugged forward, again causing stress in that upper back and neck. And this mouse in the center of this keyboard here causes my hand to be, again, everything crunched forward like this, causing strain here through that back, and as I come forward, even through the low back. We're going to talk about a few things you can do to fix this. First and easiest fix is going to be a laptop stand. What this is also going to do is get this screen level with my eyes. So if you're doing a lot of reading on the computer, this might be the only fix you need to do. If you're going to be doing a lot of typing, however, this is not going to be optimal because now your wrists are going to be even higher up. The next step for kind of optimizing your workspace would be to go to a wireless keyboard and a wireless mouse. What this is going to enable you to do is get in a much more neutral posture through the low back. You're going to be able to pull your shoulders back, and you're going to have this wider keyboard design so you're not as scrunched forward. Final step is an external monitor. If you can get a larger monitor like this, and a small adapter, you can hook it up, and this screen is now up here. So now I have everything straight in front of me, on direct eyesight on that, and I can be nice and relaxed through the shoulders as I'm typing. This right here is a much more proper ergonomical setup if you're going to be using a laptop as your desktop computer. And as you can see, my posture through the neck, through the upper back, through the low back, everything's a lot nicer than when I started out and I was like this. Hope you enjoy those tips and hope you can employ some of them in your office.
Hello, I'm Dr. Seth Hosmer. I'd like to continue what Dr. DeVasso started with some of the laptop usage. And a lot of people are using their laptop at their desk, but a fair number of those will also bring the laptop to their couch, work on it with the coffee table. And so a little bit of a different challenge for your body to deal with, and some different solutions to help your body be in a better position. So what most people are doing when they're working on their laptop is one of two things. They've either got it down on a table in front of them, which means that they're going to be flexed forward, a lot of stress on the back, head's going to be tilted down, a lot of stress down here, and then their arms are unsupported. So position that's really going to contribute to a lot of the neck and shoulder symptoms that people complain of. The other thing that people will be doing with their laptop is they'll just have it right in their lap. This is actually not too bad for your arms and wrists, but your head is tilted down, and so looking down for long periods of time like this, for people that already have neck and shoulder problems, it really irritates the upper neck. So if you are going to be working at the couch, there are a few things you can do to try and improve that position. First thing is just to use something to bring the height of this laptop up. I like to use a pillow that allows a little bit of shifting the material so the computer can be angled to where you like it to be. So this brings it up a fair bit, and I can have the screen closer to eye level here. It's not particularly good for typing because my arms are going to be unsupported. So if I'm just going to read for a bit, this works pretty well. I can look at the screen, use the mouse to scroll through as I need to. But if I'm going to be typing, I'm probably going to do something a little bit different. You can use a pillow, same thing again. Cross your legs and get the pillow on your legs this way. You'll still have the height advantage of the pillow, so it's not quite as high as it could be, but then your arms at least have some support built in by being closer to your body so that you can do a little bit of typing. I can angle this up a little bit more so my wrists are in a more natural position as opposed to being tilted up like this. And this isn't bad for a period of time. If you're used to being at your desk with a laptop, this has the benefit of allowing you to stretch your hips and legs a bit instead of just being locked into that seated position all the time. And if you're on the couch or on a comfortable chair at home, you can move things around a bit and sometimes get this just more up onto one leg and be able to read and change through some positions. time. So a couple other ways you can try and take some of the stress off your back, off your wrists, and still be happy using your laptop.
Hey everyone, so we talked a little bit about proper ergonomics while using your laptop. Now we're just going to give you a few brief exercises that you can do when you are at your computer. A lot of what we see is because people are just in the same posture all day long. They're typing away and they don't take any breaks. We're just going to encourage for every hour that you're seated at your computer, get up, walk around the office for a minute. Just stretch the legs, stretch the back. But what I'm going to demonstrate today is how to stretch the low back, mid back, and the neck just while you're in your seat. It's real easy stuff. 2 to 3 minutes every hour and you'll feel a lot better. So the first one I'm going to show you is just to stretch that low back. We're just going to have you twist, push some pressure against this knee, look over the shoulder. Try to breathe while you're doing it. Feel a good stretch through that low back, through that mid back. Make sure you turn the head, feel the stretch all the way through the neck. And I want you to do 10 of these, back and forth. This is just going to help to loosen that low and mid back. Next, we're going to do a little bit of swimming through the shoulders, so just like this. Rocking those shoulders forward for about 10, 15 of these, and then come on and move them back. Again, this is helping to loosen up the chest, loosen up the upper back. Now, working our way up, we're going to get to the neck. We're just going to take it through all its normal ranges of motion. When you're sitting at a computer too long, the neck just gets tightened up in that common position. So take the ear to the shoulder, hold it for a good 5 seconds. Take it down to the other shoulder. You can repeat these at least 5, maybe even 10 times back and forth. And then we're going to have you do some flexion and extension. You can always use a little overpressure if you feel like you can handle it. And then the final one that most people don't think of is when you push your neck out like this. And then give yourself a double chin and really pull it in. We're working to stretch all those deep neck flexors, the muscles up at the top, the base of your skull there. And then finally, we're going to give the wrists a nice stretch here and a nice stretch here. And again, when you're stretching, you don't need to be bouncing. You want a good controlled hold. You really want to feel the stretch, breathe into it a little bit, and then work it the other way. And again, you can repeat these 5 or 10 times on each side. And then finally, when you're staring at a computer screen all day, it can be taxing on your eyes. So we're going to encourage you to take a look at something far away, focus in on it. Focus in on something close again. Maybe even focus in on the tip of your nose. Give those eyes a good stretch that way. Close them, blink them a couple times. All these things are going to help really loosen up the body, and you'll be able to get a lot more work done when you get back to the computer. Hope you enjoy those.